abnormality of a system of high marks and higher cutoff and an assessment system that rewards an unimaginative rote learning has for long taken a toll to students and educators. The accompanying end to absurd outcomes such as 100% qualifying mark for prized courses in Delhi University comes not a day too soon. Second, students can opt to write the common university entrance test in any 13 languages, which levels the field significantly. Third, it spares students from expenses and hassles of writing multiple entrance examination tests. The demand for higher education is growing, as is evidence in 11% rise in gross enrollment between 2015 and 2020. Number of quality higher education institutes have not kept up, resulting in lack of applicant for few universities and elite colleges, leaving out vast numbers without the education they deserve. For the government, the urgent task that demands attention and resources without an expansion in education infrastructure, more private and public investment in college and universities. Next article that we are moving into is related to case against Russia. Okay. International Court of Justice, principal judicial organ of UN, has ordered what is International Court of Justice? You had to know. It is a principal judicial organ of United Nations, has ordered Russia to immediately suspend its military operation in Ukraine. Ukraine moved the International Court of Justice against Russia, accusing it of falsely claiming that Ukrainians are committing genocide in their territory and using untruthful premise to start an illegal war. This Ukraine believes breaches its rights under Genocide Convention, a treaty that is binding to both Russia and Ukraine. Okay. Since 2014, Russia has been repeatedly accusing Ukraine of committing genocide in the Donetsk and Luhansk region. Okay, this is what the article is talking about. Next article is about equality as a whole. Time for gimmicks like all women police stations has passed. Okay. Some gullible but asked citizen who had to travel 10 kilometers to reach the all-woman police station to seek redressal when the nearest one was just next door. And this is because the citizen is a woman. Why can't we attend to her at the nearest police station? Are we saying that male police officers are not sensitive enough to understand the grievance of female victim? They give an impression that men in uniform are uncaring, inconsiderate, insensitive, and the women's officers are capable of dealing with only crimes against women, and we all know that it is not true. The creation of infrastructures like toilets, changing rooms for women in police stations is a caring need, as highlighted in a study conducted by Center for Police Research Pune on gender friendliness of Maharashtra Police. The women officers who was contacted flagged the need for more cooperation from their male colleagues. For a smooth transition, training in gender respecting cooperating with the female colleagues must be an integral part of the basic police training. Police station is a cohesive unit and is crucial in providing timely services to the citizen. A change in its gender profile shall not disrupt its functioning. Hopefully, women will make police station more honest, transparent in their dealings. Women in uniform provide an extremely powerful symbol of positive authority, confidence, empowerment, and social change. Let us stop applauding all women police stations, meaningless symbolic gesture that is regressive, both conceptually and in practice. Instead, let us induct more women so that each police station in the country has them in adequate members to attend all citizens, including women victims and complaints. Uniform is meant to help and assist all citizens, not to discriminate amongst based on the gender, caste, class, or religion. Therefore, it is high time that we discard futile populistic acts and become authentic in our commitment to knowledgeable, skilled, and competent law enforcement. Next article that we are moving into is related to documentary inaccurate says Kabar Laharia filmmakers stand by portrayal. Okay, makers of Oscar nominated documentary Writing with Fires was represented inaccurately and captured only a part of its story. The mission, work, and onward journey is the Writing with Fire is competing in the documentary feature category of Oscars. Okay, Writing in Fire. Okay, next article that we are moving into is Unseeing Bhagat Singh. Why India has stopped only talking about him. Okay, Bhagat Singh was E.V. Ramasamy Nayakar, founder of anti-Brahminical self-respect movement, who wrote an editorial in March 29, 1931, the issue of his journal Kudiyarasu. Months later, Periyar got Bhagat Singh's seminal 1930 essay, Why I Am an Atheist, published in September 27, 1931. The issue of People of Lahore, a translation in Tamil by Jeevanandam, was published in Kudiyarasu 1934. Dr. Ambedkar wrote a mild editorial in his Marathi newspaper Janata at the time. Okay, let us see. In 1929, Bhagat Singh and Batukeshwar Dutt had thrown bombs in the same complex, then called Central Assembly, to make the deaf hear. Okay, let us see who is in detail about Bhagat Singh. Okay, who is Bhagat Singh? Bhagat Singh is an revolutionary freedom fighter. So his contributions are: 1924, he became the member of Hindustan Republican Association of Chachendranath Sanyal, founded by Naujawan Bharat Sabha in 1925 to 26, co-founded in Hindustan Socialist Republic Association 1928. He was associated in Central Assembly bombing case and was tried in Lahore conspiracy case. He penned Why I Am an Atheist. Bhagat Singh was charged in Saundar murder case along with Rajguru and Sukhdev. Trio were hanged in March 23, 1931 on this day. Okay, 1931 on this day. Values is leadership and valor. This is what all about Bhagat Singh. Next article that we are moving into is related to Putin can use chemical weapons, Biden. Okay, accusation by Moscow that Ukraine held chemical and biological weapons are not merely false, but a sign that President Vladimir Putin might be planning to use such weapons himself. Next article that we are moving into is related to Russian Nobel winner journalist sells medal for refugees. 2021 Nobel Prize medal to raise funds for Ukrainian refugees. Muratov called Tuesday in the independent Novaya Gazette newspaper, which he edits for people to share with refugees and the wounded children who need urgent treatment. What is dear to you as a value for others. Okay, this is what the article is all about. Next is Big Tech weaponized internet amid conflict presiding over splinternet. Okay, let us see this article. Amid the continued weaponization of internet by some big tech platforms during the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict, bringing back the focus on sweeping powers of social media platform, India is readying a new cyber security and data governance framework. Atmanirbhar internet call given by Prime Minister Modi, which laid focus on reducing the dependency on services being provided by these global firms. Russian banks and their subsidiary being banned from the international SWIFT network. Minister said it was due to the focus of government's self-built initiatives that the country now had alternatives to this global arrangement. If India ever found itself in a similar position, the internet is increasingly being splintered, driven by power of some of Western countries. They are being weaponized and are no laws that would prevent this. Okay, it is disturbing that internet intermediaries aren't doing enough to combat cybercrime and hacking attacks. This recent event strengthened India's case for data localization, national champions, resilient internet network architecture, native open API, that is application programming interface, and strong cyber security command centers. The action by big tech companies and intermediaries also violate basic principles of net neutrality and basic idea of openness of internet, as they now become gatekeepers. Okay, the litigation, public interest litigation, that Supreme Court had struck down Section 66A of the Information Technology Act. These big tech companies, which initially rallied on government support to become behemoth that they are today. Okay, this is what the article is all about. That's all. If you like the video, please do share, like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.